about 50 years from now and hear the story of how the fellowship hall was made. You know, sometimes people get mad with the pastor, they take his name out the history. I go to a lot of church anniversaries, they read the history of the church. Well, sister so-and-so and brother so-and-so met at their house 89 years ago, and the Lord led them to break ground, and they just go. You don't hear no mess in the history. You don't hear when nobody raised hell at the meeting. You don't hear when no trustee stole no money. You know. We remember what we want to remember. And sometimes not remembering the right thing can mess you up. Anybody ever locked the keys in the car? Can I get a witness? Anybody got halfway to where you was going and remember you left your cell phone? Memories will change your calendar, will change your schedule. But what's so important is that this particular text, God is trying to teach us to remember to be grateful. Because people have been good to you. If anybody has done something for you, you ought to remember what they did. I remember one of the first things my grandparents taught me was please, thank you, yes ma'am, yes sir. Yes sir. One big one was thank you. And if anybody give you anything, tell them thank you. And you go live, somebody give me a piece of cake, she said that you said thank you. And sometimes she'll look at you and make you think about lying. But then you'll remember the consequence of being caught in a lie. And you walk back and say, no ma'am, I forgot to tell her. I forgot to tell her thank you. But gratefulness, that's what this occasion speaks to. That rock here ought to be grateful for what the Lord has done. It's good to know who found the modular building. It's good to know who the pastor called and what deacons and trustees came together and who paid the first $100. All that good to know. Somebody, everybody ought to get together and say, God, we thank you for what you did for us. Because whatever money you put in the offering break, God gave it to you. Whatever sense you had enough to try to do it, God gave it to you. The vision that the pastor brought, God gave it to you. And I discovered that some people don't remember you till they need you. Sadly, that is some of us that have a relationship with God like that. We don't pray till we need something. We don't come to church like we ought till we need something. Prayer meeting and Bible study, we don't come till we need something. I think God is saying, don't come to me when you need something. Remember what I've already done. Remember that God did it. Sam Cooke said you don't miss your water till your well run dry. The song we sang during Black History Month, Lift Every Voice, James Weather Johnson, sing to the heaven rings, harmony. I love that last verse. Lord, keep us at the place where you met us, lest we forget that you brought us. And then he said, lest our hearts, lest our feet stray from the place where we met thee. Lest our hearts drunk with the wine of the world, we forget thee. We forget. And I think that's what I hate to say it in the church, we have come to a place of mega churches and beautiful buildings. And we see bigger and we want bigger. And when I don't know the history of this church, but sometimes you need to go down to the road from where it started. The people that put their nickels and their quarters together and would sit in church and see leaks. And the deacons would say, we got to come out here tomorrow and fix that. And come Monday evening, they'll be up on the roof, keeping the leak from falling on the motherboard section. And they came, and God is saying, if you really want to praise me with authenticity, you need to praise me for all that I've done for you. Not just what I did for you last week, but for where I brought you from. While he'll never become drunk with intoxication of the praise that shall now come on your church. The pats on your back that will come on you, Pastor Young, and on the deacons of what y'all doing over there. That's awesome. And we begin to sometimes to receive the glory. When God is a jealous God. And God said, the same way I gave it to you. Blow breath from my nostril. Take it away from me. So I'm going to speak to you for a few minutes. I think there's some significance in this text. Our text is explaining and giving us the record of the time that God decided to bring Israel out of the wilderness. Moses had died 40 years. They were in the wilderness, going in circles. Couldn't find their way out. A million people wandering, living by miracles. God had to give them manna. Manna, bread that grew on the ground, and birds that would fly in, they would eat from the hand of God. And God had to let an unbelieving generation die to raise up a new generation that was hungry for progress. Sometimes we get too comfortable for God to use us. But God will raise up a generation hungry to see God do what he said in his word. I don't want to sit by people that read the Bible and don't believe God can still do it. People come out. See, that was the Bible days. I said, as long as I got one, it's still the Bible days. How many here believe he still can heal the sick? That he still can make a way there. He still will fight your battles. God is still the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God raised up a new generation after 40 years in the wilderness that was ready to go into the promised land, but Moses had to die. Moses died. God came to Joshua and said, Moses is dead. Now it's time to rise up and possess the land. Now what hindering them from going to the land? God never showed them a way to get through the Jordan River. The Jordan River was 100 miles long, and it went down to 200 feet deep. And it was a long way to cross over. And they had no boats. They had no way to get around it. They just camped out at the Jordan River. And God came to Joshua and said, tomorrow I want you to get the priest to carry the Ark of the Covenant. And I like the way, I wish I had more time for this, but I like the way God, we praise God for what he did, but sometimes we don't really carry the testimony of how he did it. Because God does some things in some mysterious ways. God said, I'm not going to show you how to build a boat. I'm not going to send a raft. But God said, here's what I'm going to do. It's going to be a partnership with my power and your faith. Now here's what I want you to do. I want the priest to pick up the Ark of the Covenant that contained the word of God, that contained the blood of the prophet that did not die. And he said, I want you to carry it on your shoulder. And God, and they said the water was overflowing the banks. And God said, now it's going to take faith to get through this. Now you're going to look at you have to look at the impossibility. And you're going to have to trust me enough to step into what's impossible. And when you get in it, he said, once you get in the problem, that's when I'm going to get the problem out of the way. As long as you stand there looking at it, waiting for somebody else to come help you. God, now watch this. God said, when the sole of your feet and the water of the river gets up to your neck, that's when I'm going to do something. I come to tell somebody that's in trouble right now, don't be afraid of the water, because God will wait till everybody that could help you leave you so he can just show up. He told the priest got to go first. Those that's teaching and preaching. If you don't show up, the people won't follow. But he said, when you get in the water, I want you to get to the point. Keep going, keep going. And the Bible said the water rose up. And now they're standing and drowning water. And they got to trust God. You got to trust God when you're standing and drowning water. And the Bible said when the water got just to the place that if it went any higher, it would have took him out. God stopped the water, and the water began going down. I want to know if there anybody here know God will only give you as much as you can handle. Has anybody ever been in a situation that almost took you out? Look at your neighbor and say, almost lost my mind. Almost broke up my marriage. Almost put me on my back. Almost lost my job. God said, I'm going to do a miracle. Blessed is the man that God chooses for a miracle. You got to trust God for a miracle. Miracles only happen when you need one. I'm a living witness that God is still a miracle worker. The Bible says that when the priest got in the water, it's in the text. When they got in the water, God stopped the water. The water had been rising all this time, 40 years. 40 years they couldn't get through it. That shows you that God is not going to do anything. That fellowship hall was in the mind of God before Raymond Young even came to this church. But God was not going to let anybody do what he had in mind for him to leave. I wish somebody could get this today. That God has a process. And those before him put certain things in place. Those before them put certain things in place. So when God does it, it's not just you that did it, God did it. All right, let me hurry up. 3 things. God rescinded the waters of the Jordan just enough for all the people to get to the promised land. You know, that Jordan River was something black preachers from slave time really jumped on that. There's a lot of spirituals that speak of the Jordan River. On stormy Jordan banks I stand and cast a wishful eye. Canaan's fair and happy land where my possessions lie. I'm bound for the promised land. On Jordan's stormy banks, stepped in the Jordan River, the water was shut. And see, the slaves referred to Jordan River because on the other side of the Jordan was the promised land. So when they spoke of the Jordan River, they spoke of the Ohio River that separated the north from the south, that if they crossed the Ohio River, they were free. So they equated that with the Jordan River because when the Jews went through the Jordan River, they was on the promised land. Now God brought all of them out of the wilderness to the promised land. And when they got to the promised land, the water was still down. And God came to Joshua and said, here's what I want you to do. A great thing has just happened. I want you to send 12 men, pick one out of each tribe, 12 tribes of Israel. Send them back into the river. Go right back to where the priest was standing when the waters went down. And look on the ground and pick up a big stone, a rock. Each man pick up a big rock, put it on your shoulder, bring it out of the Jordan River. Now after they got the rocks out, the water came back. But they had these rocks from a place people didn't even know rocks existed. And they were just rocks. And God said, when you get to the first city they would get to a Gilgal. And God said, I want you to take those rocks and stack them on each other. And when your children come back years from now and ask you what these rocks stacked up, that you can remember and say, that was when the Lord brought us through something that we couldn't get through by ourselves. And those rocks stood as a memorial, a way to remember what God has done. 3 things you need to remember. Remember where the Lord brought you from. Oh my God, remember where the Lord, and if anybody ought to remember where the Lord brought you from, it ought to be black folk. I wish I had a witness here. The segregation and slavery, slave ships and Jim Crow and all of those things God brought us through. We ought to remember God been good to us. And that's why sometimes I can't understand nowadays why people, Christian people, get so negative and upset and afraid about Donald Trump. Donald Trump gonna mess us up, Reverend. How do you think we're gonna make it? Man, he gonna take everything we got. We're gonna be starving. I said, you crazy. Donald Trump is not in control of my blessing. A witness here. If God brought us through George Wallace and Bull Connor, I wish I had Sean Thurman. I wish I had Slack. The same God that put clothes on Big Mama's back is still able to put clothes on your back. Is there anybody here can look back in your personal life and give God some praise for where he's brought you from. Brought you out the nightclub. Brought you out the prayer house. Brought you out that relationship with Boo-Boo, Jim, and the preacher, and brought you to the light of the Lord. Look at somebody and say, remember.
Remember.
And say, God did it.
God did it.
Not only remember where he brought you from, remember what he brought you through.
Yes.
Most of us didn't get saved quietly. Oh, we look nice, hold it now. Look at that male quiet. Look like they ain't never said a curse word. He got one man that brought his tambourine with him. You know, like he come out the mama's womb hollering, Jesus, Jesus. Look at this pulpit up here. Yeah. They wouldn't even know how to pour mixed drinks in the day. Amen. Wouldn't know what the inside of a liquor store looked like it was put a gun to the head. But most of us, if we tell the truth, we survived some hellish times. We been through hell and high water. Didn't God do it?
Yes, he did.
Can anybody be a witness that God brought you through some hard times? Somebody say, God, I thank you. I think everybody been through divorce. Anybody been through surgery? Anybody been through a layoff? Anybody been through a pain in the back? A pain in the butt? But God brought you. He brought me through it. I don't know if you ever been in so much trouble you didn't know what to pray for. But the Lord brought me through it. He brought me through my wrong living. Never should have made it, but God brought me through it. And even after I got saved, I still messed up sometimes. And the devil wanted to destroy me, but the Lord brought me through it. We've all had our Jordan rivers. Things that we couldn't get through on our own. Thanks be to God. He brought us through it. He brought us from. He brought us through. Now you can celebrate. He brought us to. He brought us to. Yes, Rock Hill, after you celebrate today. And I got a feeling hundreds of chickens have died. Just to give God some glory. The blood. But after the celebration, there is a requirement. There is a cost to the goodness of God. It's not just enough. Say, God, thank you. God said, notice after he brought them through the water, everybody was through. They was ready to shout and have a party. God came to Joshua and said, I want 12 men to go back in. Go ahead. Before I close up the miracle, I need you to bring some out of the miracle. I want you to bring a stone. And those stones represent a testimony. That stone is the lily that you found in the valley. That stone is the praise you brought out of your cancer. That stone is the reason you clap your hands. That stone is the reason that you can't quit your church. Because you brought something out of what you went through. You went through it, but you brought something with you. Somebody didn't even praise the Lord until you went through something. Some of you used to be hesitant and shy because other people was looking at you. You didn't want one of these Negroes to get the bad idea. You wanted to look educated and you try to look cute and try to look coy. But when you went through hell and high water, you at a point now you don't care who rolled their eyes at you. When you was in your valley, you don't have anybody here got a victory praise. Somebody said in the old school, how did you feel when you come out the wilderness? I I feel like praising him. Well, there is a requirement. God said it's not just enough to sit around and party because I brought you through. That's something God said I want you to do. I want you to pick up those stones and bring them as a testimony. And then when I get you to where I got you, I want you to set up your testimony. Set up your stone. And that when years pass by and the next generation shall come and ask you, how did you get the fellowship hall? How did you get the big TV screen? You won't stick out your chest, but you will point to the stone and say, that's when the Lord brought us through what we couldn't do for ourselves. In other words, you got to tell somebody that it is no secret what God can do, what He done for us. He'll do the same thing for you. Touch your neighbors and neighbor. If I told you how good God is, you wouldn't believe me. But let me tell you this right here. God is all-time God.
And that one is too.
God is
One is too.
a way-making God. God is a fact God. God is a healing God. God is a doing God. Won't God do it? God did it. You got to teach the children. That means you got to come to Sunday school. You got to come to vacation Bible school. You got to come to prayer meeting. You got to work with the children so they won't walk in the building and think that you did it.